Good morning, my beautiful people. How is everyone doing today? Post that in the comments. Tell me how your day is going. What's happening in your life? So I am finally getting over this cold. But I woke up this morning. I still was not feeling great, just because I had an interesting day yesterday. I had an interesting night. So I woke up and a little dehydrated, needing to just take it slow this morning. But as I was sitting there and I was doing my morning journaling and kind of just finally getting in the groove for the day, I was thinking back over yesterday, some beautiful clients that I'm blessed to work with. I love my clients. But I was thinking of one or two specific appointments that I did yesterday with some clients, and a theme kept coming up. And all of these people yesterday that I was working with are all in intimate relationships, long-term marriages. And one of them said to me, he's been in a relationship for many, many years now, children, the whole 9 yards, and was like, I realized recently I've given my pen away to my wife. I've let her write my story. I've let her write who I'm going to be the rest of my life. I've taken the pen to write my own story and I've given it away. And I actually, in the middle of the appointment, I was like, hold that thought. And I actually jotted that down because it's so true. And even though you might not be married or have a partner of years and years and years, we do this in all our relationships. As we start to get settled. It can be so incredibly easy to give others our freaking pens. The pens that are supposed to write our own lives, write our own stories, and we give them away to family, to friends, to lovers, to people in our lives that matter, that truly do matter to us. We can slowly start to kind of erode at our lives by giving away our power. And really the pen is our power to say, our responsibility. And that's the truth. We end up giving the responsibility of our own lives away to somebody else, and then we can sit there and be a victim. Oh, well, this person said this, or that person said that, or this is how my life was created for me. Victim, bullshit. And in order for us to find that happiness, to find actual true happiness in our entire lives, but especially in relationship, you must take back your power. You must get out of the victimhood of I've given this away and I don't have control over it, and I'm not in control of this. I have no power over this, or this is just how our lives are. This is how he or she has created our life. I must, the shoulding, all of that stuff is us giving away our power. And it's us not taking responsibility for our own lives. And this happens a lot with our dreams, our goals, our desires, especially for people when they are in a marriage situation and they do have children. And we make these little, and I'm going to call them compromises because they are, we make these little compromises over and over and over again. And those little compromises start to become the norm. They really do. They start to build and become the norm. They begin to veer us off of our aligned path. Now, I'm not somebody who's going to say that, I don't like the term compromise, but we're going to use it for today because it's the word that's coming to mind. I'm not the person that's ever going to say compromise is a horrible thing. That's to go, okay, I really wanted, Italian tonight, but you said that you wanted Mexican. Like, where can we find, can we find maybe Indian? Indian sounds good for both of us tonight. So, okay, there are those little compromises, and that's okay. there has to be a give and take in relationship. There has to be this kind of fluctuation. If both people stick their feet in the sand and say, no, I'm not moving, no, I'm not going to transform at all, then what ends up happening is the relationship won't work. We have to have a little bit of a give and take. However, for the most part, we should not be making massive compromises over and over and over and over and over again in a relationship, any relationship. Because if we find ourselves compromising our true core, our alignment with core, those pieces that truly are at our center, that do make a difference, when we start to compromise those, we give our power away. And we lose ourselves. We lose ourselves and we get resentful in a relationship, because I can tell you, so all my couples clients, not all of them, but a lot of my couples clients will come to me and go, yeah, I made these compromises, 10 years ago, or, I really started to change myself and who I am and my own alignment, my desires for my partner, and now it's 10 years later and I don't know who I am, and I'm resentful as fuck because I don't know who I am and I'm not happy. When we really give our power away, we enter the victim place, we cannot be happy in a relationship. You will never, ever, ever be happy in your life, but especially in your relationships if you have entered into that relationship in a victim stance, because you will soon start to find issue with that other person. You will have resentments. Even if they're little tiny resentments, you will start to build up little resentments against that person, and eventually it will blow. Even if it's an internal blow, it will blow. It will blow, and it will start to erode at who you are. It will start to erode at who you are. So stop giving other people your pens. And again, this is all relationship. All things are a relationship. We're in a relationship with everything in our lives, but especially those really important relationships, your best friend, your family, your children, and also your intimate partner. Those are longer lasting relationships. And this is when we really start to kind of give ourselves away. And especially also at the beginning of a relationship, people tend to also give themselves away because they want the relationship. They get into a scarcity mindset and they go, okay, I don't need this sex, or, I won't do that anymore because I know you don't like it, or I won't, follow that passion that I really desire because I need to make room for this or this or this in our relationship. We start to kind of make these little caveats. And so really my message is, write your own fucking story and keep your pen. Keep your pen. Because the truth is, we are all responsible for our own lives. We are all responsible for making the decisions. And it is never somebody else's fault if you're not happy. It is never somebody else's responsibility if your sex sucks. It's not. It is your fucking responsibility. And the reason I'm being so harsh on this is because I think a lot of times, and I wrote an article a couple days ago about how your orgasm is never anybody else's responsibility, because in truth, it's not. It is never somebody else's responsibility, because if you're not happy in the sex that you're having, it's your responsibility to either say something, communicate it, or get out of the freaking relationship and go, this isn't working. We have to figure out something else. Maybe we need to open the relationship. Maybe we just need to break up. But the truth is, it is never anybody else's responsibility. And that is just about sex. But in truth, it's never anybody else's responsibility to keep you happy. It's not. Happiness is an inside game. And writing your life is your responsibility. Do you want to get to the end of your life and go, I wish I had followed that path, done what I, really done my aligned desires, really took those trips, really did all this stuff, and really tuned into self and lived for self? Do you really want to get to the end of your life and go, well, but I didn't because of this person and this person and this person and this person? How blaming, how shaming. I also hate this, and I've been talking about intimate relationships, but I hear this all the time with parents, and I know I'm not a parent, but the truth is I hear this all the time. People going, I can't do that because of my kids. It's my kids. I can't because of my children. And that is a bullshit excuse. Now, if your kid is, there is a little bit of leniency. So if your 4-year-old is home throwing up and you're like, sorry, I can't go out to the dinner we planned tonight because my kid's throwing up, that's different. But I remember specifically going on a date and a gentleman said, my kid's 8. He was 8, the child was 8 at the time, and he wanted to go back to school and he wanted to change his career. And he's like, I can't, I have 10 more years. I have 10 more years until I can change my career. I can grow myself. I can transform it all because I have 10 more years before my kid's out of the house. And I was like, that is crazy. You are blaming your child for your stagnancy. You are putting resentment and blame on your kid. You are. And I see this all the time, even just in, I can't travel because I have kids. I can't do this or that or so many things because I have kids, which is a load of bullshit. It is. It's a load of bullshit. That is you not owning your power, you not writing your story, you also not owning your priorities. Because if you're ever saying, I can't do something because of somebody else, you really need to check yourself. Like if you feel that coming out of your mouth or you hear that inner dialogue going on, that is a time for you to really slow down and go, why am I saying can't? I am the only person responsible for my life, for my happiness, for my joy. And really look at if you really can't or if this is you and your ego. Write your own story. And I promise you, those people in your life that are meant to be in your life, that love you, that care about you, that really do truly, truly have love for you, will stick around. And it actually will make them happier to see you aligned and in your own power, whatever that power looks like, because power doesn't always look like the same thing for everybody, but in your power, the power that is uniquely you, in your power, that person is going to desire you, if they really truly love you, for you to take control of your own life, for you to follow your dreams, your goals, your alignments. And when we are aligned, when we are in our power, we are our best selves. We shine and we are magnetic. And so thus far, we create a vibration that can't help but elevate those around us. And so just some thoughts for today. Really look at where you are giving other people your power or your pen, and where you need to take that pen back and start writing your own story and choose how your life is going to go. So, all right, guys, I have a client coming, so I'm going to let you all go. If you have not checked out my holiday sale, the elves made me do it, please check that out. It is only available till December 26th, and then it is going away with the elf on the shelf. It is a low-cost way for you to jump back into coaching if you have taken a break, or begin coaching if you've never started, and just try it out. Just try it out and see what transformation, what beautiful transformation you can have. You can find that at addisonbell.net. I have a ton of events going on, so check that out. I'm not going to announce them all today, but go check out my events page, and I will see you guys tomorrow for another Addison Unleashed. Loving you guys, and talk to you tomorrow. Bye.